Roger, Dave. This is Jim. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor up around Louisville. You copy me all right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, sounds like your antenna fell down on top of mine. Over.
Roger, Roger. What's your call sign, please?
Call sign is Whiskey America 4, Papa Uniform Bravo, Peter.
Roger, Roger. And what's the name?
The name is Dave, short for David. Dave, short for David, over.
Roger, Dave. Sounding good this way. You getting any rain down there?
It looks like it ought to be falling any time. The sky's got dark patches in it. There's all totally, there's no blue sky showing through. I'm thinking that we're going to get some rain, but I haven't seen any yet. The temperature is someplace around 71 maybe, 72, something like that. Over.
Oh, Roger. Well, you have all the good weather down that way. We're left with what's left over. Roger.
Okay. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I was just listening and kind of curious to know where you all were at to get a general idea what the band is like. I'm only running 100 watts here. Over.
Well, you're stretching out that 100 watts. It sounds good up towards Louisville. Roger.
Yes, this is a 3-element cubical quad heading straight west across Dallas, Texas, main lobe. Over.
Roger, can you move it up a couple of clicks north?
No, I wish I could. It used to be a rotary before, but it's all homemade job, and I even built a rotor for it, but I'm getting to be 82 years old, and this is just too much for me, so I'm enjoying ham radio now. I've got the thing set up just so I can switch either east or west by throwing a switch here. Over.
Roger, Roger. That's close enough, I guess, most of the time. Well, it will have to do, Roger.
Yes, it's got a lot of gain, a little over 8 dB gain over a dipole, so it's like having an amplifier without having to pay energy to run it. Over.
Oh, absolutely, and good for the ears, too.
Indeed, indeed. Well, just out of curiosity, let me see if I can switch the antenna east once. Okay, the antenna is now pointing toward the east. It's pointing straight east compared to what it was before. And let me see, I'll switch it back here. This is back toward the west. DAVE-WA4PUB, over.
Roger, Roger. You dropped 5 dB when you switched to the other antenna mode. The last mode that you were on, you were back to your stronger signal, Roger?
Yes, it's pretty sharp in the null area, but I could take it because I could chat with you fellas. I only have 40 meters here, essentially. Over.
Oh, Roger. Now, your receive signal dropped down 5 dB when you switched, I assume, Roger?
Yes. To me, 5 dB is 1S point. Over.
Roger. Well, I'm looking at the audio out from my receiver on a view meter, and so I can see audio peaks set for 0, and then when you switched, your audio level went down to -5, so that's in the lower third of the view meter as opposed to being up towards the middle. Roger?
Roger. No, I tell you what, I'm embarrassed, though, to say I'm disturbing your QSO. I was listening to you fellas here for a little while, and I'm hearing everybody Q5 for the most part. Over.
Roger, Roger. We got Larry up there. Larry, you got a copy on Georgia?
I don't hear Larry.
Nor do I. Larry is missing in action. That is, he comes and goes, you know. He's not necessarily a dedicated amateur radio operator. He has other things that influence his life other than QSOs. Roger, Roger.
understand. I've been an operator since 1948. Over.
Roger, 1948. Now, what kind of equipment were you running in 1948?
All homemade. It was a regenerative receiver. The receiver was a big part. And then I went over to a super regen. And then finally made a heterodyne oscillator for it. So it took us a little while to get over there. And then World War II ended. So there was a lot of surplus stuff that was sitting out in the market that you could buy for a penny a pound for the most part. Over.
Roger. Now, you were actually building, in 1948, you were actually building your receivers?
Oh, yes. Yes, you were. Over.
Roger. Now, I know a lot of guys were building their transmitters, but actually building the receiver, man, that's about 3 times the job as the transmitter, Roger.
Well, level-wise, it's about the same, but yeah, oftentimes, you know, a receiver is a broad banded thing compared to most amplifiers. You tune your amplifier up on a particular frequency, and you tune for max smoke, so to speak. It's a little bit more difficult to do that on a receiver, so you have to have a little broader front end on it, and that tends to lower the output levels to some extent. Over.
Roger that. Yeah, when I was a young man of 16, I spent a little time at a boarding house in Nashville, and one of my I shared a room with a guy that was in electronics school, and he was for his main thing was building a triple conversion receiver, and he had it all breadboarded out on this big piece of plywood, and I was just amazed that it took all that stuff to make a radio, Roger.
Well, yeah, and breadboarding design was pretty prevalent. I do have a triple conversion receiver that I built that used a common crystal, and I used the harmonics on it, and then the BC 453, I think it was a low frequency receiver as a tunable IF, and that worked out pretty well. Over.
Roger. Now we have some very inconsiderate person tuning up on the frequency. Sir, if you would move your tune up up the band or down the band, but not on the channel, I'd appreciate it anyway. Well, anyway, so you, what was the kind of power output that you were getting on your homebrew stuff in 1948?
On the order of 10 watts, maybe 10 to 15 watts max. Over.
Roger, Roger. And were you primarily operating on, say, 80 meters or so?
Yes, oftentimes 80, a little 160 meters was pretty prevalent too. But it was harder to come up with a decent receiver, one that would do much of anything on 20. Although 20 meters was available to some operators, but I just didn't have that kind of look. Over.
Oh, roger that, roger that. And I assume one of the major problems was trying to figure out how to get the most out of your transmitter into your antenna, and know that everything was that you were getting the maximum power into your antenna, Roger.
Well, yeah, impedances were the trick there. If you matched up the impedance pretty well, why you got pretty much maximum transfer. But we used a couple of other systems here to determine what resonance was. And it's just like a guitar, you know, you get two guitars and you tune them exactly on the same frequency, and when you put the string on one, the other one will sound off. So that's what we essentially were doing, something similar to that, over.
Oh, roger that, roger that. And now you weren't doing sideband in 48, you were doing AM or CW?
Mostly CW and some AM. I use controlled carrier, all that, over.
Oh, roger that. And were you around the world, or mainly in the U.S., or how'd that go?
No, it was
Roger that. Roger that. Well, you know, obviously today is a totally different kind of thing. A lot of the amateurs today do not build their stuff, even to the point of not even building their antennas, which, you know, to me, a dipole antenna is probably about the simplest thing that you could do outside of putting up an electric fence or something, you know.
That verticals were not the really good thing because most of the noise that we were hearing is vertically man-made and vertically polarized. So when you went to a vertical antenna, that really kind of messed up the receiver, so to speak. Over.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Yeah, my first year in amateur radio, I spent on 10 meters, and I came up with a collection of 3 antennas for 10 meters. One was a full wave loop antenna, vertically mounted on a rotor, 36 foot around on a PVC frame, which was 10 foot on the horizontal and 8 foot on the vertical. And that was a very efficient antenna that I usually kept just in the west, and I would talk almost daily to San Diego. Matter of fact, to almost the same guy in San Diego. It was like we had a direct link or whatever, you know. He was giving me a 20 over, I was giving him a 20 over, and that's the way it went all day long, you know. But I did develop a couple of other antennas. I had a 5/8 vertical for 10, and then I had a quarter wave at about 40 feet side-mounted on a tower, and then I had a rotary switch, a 6-position rotary switch, and I just used 3 positions, and I could check out those 3 antennas in probably about a second, and so I just usually played with that switch and was always you know, finding the best antenna at the moment. Roger?
Yes, DAVE-WA4PUB. Well, I got my antenna trained in Iowa State. Dr. Krause was my electromagnetics prof there, so I did a lot of antenna work years later, but for the most part, we used to operate a little bit at 10. It was a very erratic band. There was a couple of times with maybe 5 to 10 watts we could work into Japan, but that was seldom. Over.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, the first radio I had was given to me by one of the examining engineers where I took my technician's class license, and it was a Drake TR4C. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Drake TR4C, but in new condition, that transmitter is rated at 300 watts. I'm sure it's PP, but 300 watts anyway. And I was getting, this radio had been in mothballs for about 10 years, and we brought it up slow over a 3-day period, but I was getting about 220 watts or so PEP out of it, so you know, that's the kind of power I was running, Roger.
Okay, well, you were saying 220 peak envelope power output. I would say then the average power is maybe about 75 or 80 watts average. Is that about right? Over?
I figured about 100 RMS, you know. It looked good on the meter, you know. I was really surprised that I was getting anything out of it. I mean, you know, it was a given to me radio, so I was happy with what I got. Seemed to work all right. Main problem was I never could wait long enough after I turned it on before I started communicating. You know, it just you know, that tube type that radio was gosh, let's see, I've got it here. 1975, 42-year-old radio on 10 meters. You know, you're going to have a little ebb and flow on the frequency, Roger.
I was distracted by a telephone call here just then. My daughter calls to check on me and make sure that my lungs and the heart are still working. But back when I got my license, we did not have the general class or anything like that. What we had was ABC type of classes, and the license I had at that time was W9 ECO, electron coupled oscillator, and that happened to be the type of oscillator that I was using too. But it was a general class license, but there was no phone operation at all on 40. 40 was strictly a CW band. Over.
Oh, Roger. Now, I wouldn't say that that was a waste, but since I don't do CW and I do phone, that would be unfortunate for me, but good for you guys, the fist pounders, Roger.
People knew CW back then, either Continental or Morris, one of the two, and oftentimes you heard both of them going. Over.
Oh, now tell me, sir, what is the difference between, how much difference is there between Continental and Morse code?
There's a fair amount of difference, but, you know, we used coded things like 73 meant goodbye, best wishes, and so forth. But later on, when phone became operational, it was considered poor to use CW type expressions. Like you didn't say 73, you said so long. You know, that was part of the big thing then. Over.
Roger, Roger. Now, how long did it take you to realize that a guy was sending you Continental instead of Morris?
Well, both of them were used so much that it just came across. That's all I could say. You know, it's like learning English. Some English is spoken with a different accent than others are, but you kind of work around that, so to speak. Over.
Roger. Well, here I am. I can't do either one. I can't do New Morse. Now that killed me from being an amateur radio operator for a number of years, probably 20 or 30 years, because I just could not do the code, could not fathom. You know, I could do a couple of letters. I could send out hello and SOS. I could do both of those, but past that, I was not a good CW operator. Roger?
Come in. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just heard you guys talking. Thought I'd jump in here real quick and let you know y'all are doing a good job here in central Mississippi. The exact location is Pearl, Mississippi, which is about 8 miles due east of Jackson, capital city, and my name is Richard. Over.
Okay, well, this is WA4PUB in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I can hear you since the Q5, but my hearing is kind of shot out of a lot of time spent in the military. You know, some accident stuff like that. I ought to put on some earphones and I could probably hear you a whole lot better, so I hope that you'll forgive me, but you are making it down to the Atlanta, Georgia area. I'm about 20 miles northwest of Atlanta, Georgia. Over.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm doing that. You are sounding good here in Mississippi. No problem hearing either one of you. Okay, well, I'll let you go, and y'all have a good Qso, and we'll be standing by the frequency on the side. Over.
Good signals from Mississippi. I put on a pair of earphones and I could hear you okay. Over.
Okay, well, like I say, I'll let you guys go ahead with your Qso, and we'll see if you guys are fine. We'll see you Oscar by frequency.
Okay, great. My name is Dave. My caller is a Whiskey Able 4 Peter Uncle Baker, and I kind of interrupted this QSO because I heard the fellows speaking on here, and somehow or another, I guess it was my poor operator skill here in doing that. I may have interfered with other folks too, but good to hear you from Mississippi. You're doing quite well. The name is Dave. short for David. I'm 20 miles northwest of Atlanta, and I'm using a beam here that favors your direction. Over.
Okay, well, I'm barefoot station. I have, it's an inverted V, about 35 feet now. Over.
Okie dokie. This is a 3-element cubicle quad. It's built for 40 meters only, and it's up at 60 feet. I'm running 100 watts. Over.
Well, you're doing a great job. Just doing the number for you. I just hope I'm sounding as good as you are. Over.
Well, thank you. It's all in the antenna. Okay, well, I'll let the other gentleman pick it up here, and I'll go back into the listening mode. It's mighty good hearing you fellas, and thank you for taking the time to speak to me. This is WA4 Papa Uniform Bravo.
The Mississippi station, this is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor up around Louisville. Do you copy? Mississippi station, this is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor up around Louisville. Do you copy?
Yes, sir, I sure do. You're doing a fine job in Mississippi. Over.
Roger, Roger. What conditions are in and out today? You were started at a real high level and then dropped down a little bit, but I did want to say hello, Roger, Roger.
Okay, you faded out on me a little bit too, so maybe the band changed from
Roger that. Well, 3's down that way. This is KC9VKV.
All right, we'll talk at you later. Kilo Golf on to that Whiskey Oscar request.
Now, you popped up there about 20 over.
20 over, boy, that's ain't bad for a barefoot station, huh?
Catch you later. Have a good day, sir. KC9VKV. Dave, we're going to jump out of here, sir. We've enjoyed the Qso, and I have recorded a piece of that. Probably try to lay it up. We have a Qso-Vlog page on YouTube. If you happen to go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that'll take you to our Qso-Vlog page. Right at the top of that page there's one that has about 150 Qsos. If you click on that, we'll be right towards the top of that page, just under Art Bell. Roger?
Okay, I probably should have copied all of that. Look, you see, I don't have a PC anywhere near me. The PC that I do have, well, there's a pair of them, but one's on the second floor, and the other one is about 65 feet on the other side of the house, so it's just one of those things, I reckon. So, but I do have KC9 Victor Kilo Victor. Would you give me your name again, or?
Roger, Roger. The name is Jim, Juliet India Mike, and we're located near Louisville, Kentucky. And like I say, if you get a chance to go to YouTube, do the call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, and that'll bring up our Qso-Vlog page. Right at the top of the page there's one that has 150 Qsos, and in that one you'll find our conversation towards the top, just under Art Bell. Roger?
Okay, Jim. Well, I do appreciate that. There's a sample of some of my homebrew stuff. If you go to QRZ.com, there's a picture of my amplifier. It's all homemade, it's all digital, and it's a big one. Over.
Roger that, Dave. Usually we do go to the QRZ, and we don't usually do the pictures, but we do any, any verbiage, any written stuff. We usually take some of that and try to incorporate it into our description on the YouTube page. Roger.
Yes. Well, the way I have this thing set up is that when you look at the biography, there's a picture that is part of it, and if you were to just click on the picture, it'll expand it and also show you the rest of it. So it's all in a relay rack cabinet. WA4PUB.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, the problem is YouTube in the description area only wants to do font, only wants to do written. I've tried to load the pictures into that description, but it just wants written material. Roger.
Roger, Jim. Well, we are starting to see blue through the clouds, and there's plenty of sunshine. The dark spots indicative of rain are being depleted, so maybe we aren't going to have any rain out here in the immediate time. Well, thank you very much. And the K5, I think it was VCT over Mississippi, he was coming through very well. Of course, the antenna is aimed closer to him at that point. So it's good talking to you, Jim, and I wish you all the best. I'm going to go out and check on my dog, Sweetie Pie. I was spent some time clipping her hair and stuff like that, making her look a little bit better. Well, we'll see you then. KC9VKV, WA4PUB.
Roger, Roger, Dave. 3 is that away, so you have a real good day and even a better evening. We'll catch you later. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor. Be clear?
Okay, 73, Jim, the call. And by the way, for whatever it's worth, I have a really, a fairly old extra class license. At the time that I got the thing, all the licenses were numbered. And that's the way they come from the FCC. And I've got the 227th, I think it is, the 223rd, I don't remember the number right off the top of my head. But that was really something. It's about the only one that I have posted. See you later. KC9VKV, WA4PUB.
Roger, Dave, before you go, do you have any idea what year that you got that license?
I want to say it's 1962, over.
Roger, Roger. All right, sir, appreciate it. You have a real good day. Catch you later. This is KC9VKV.